All right, Pisces, we're ready to do your August reading. And I have picked your deck. We're going to be using the Phantasmagoria Vampyre Tarot. I'm also trying a little bit of a change with the camera because I just got a new phone. So I'm going to try this new layout and see how you like it. The first card to come up for you is Fortune. We have the Eight of Skulls and the Ten of Scepters. We have the Two of Knives. Just scoop that. Sorry about that, guys. Dobby, please don't do that. We have the Three of Scepters. He's actually being a really good boy right now. He's not laying alone with my cards. Oops. Alright, Ten of Grails, the Hierophant, the Nine of Knives. I think those are the only ones that flipped over. Alright, and we have the Ace of Skulls. We have one more card. So far we have two major arcana. Okay, so we got the last card, which is the Queen of Scepters. Again, Pisces, this is your August reading, and then also stay tuned after because we will have a Pisces and Pisces pet reading. So we have the Fortune card, the Eight of Skulls, the Ten of Scepters, the Two of Knives, the Three of Scepters, the Ten of Grails, the Hierophant, Nine of Knives, Ace of Skulls, and the Queen of Scepters. So with the Fortune card, this one kind of it's reminiscent of the Wheel. And it seems like your fortunes have shifted. I remember last month we were talking a little bit about some three-party situations, and I'm not seeing any of that come up here. But with the Eight of Skulls, it looks kind of like the Magician as well, and you can see that the time is running. I wouldn't say it's running out, but time is moving along in a specific, as it relates to your situation. Like, your fortunes have shifted, and with time, like that was something that was coming with time, but it's also like you still have time. So things are growing and changing, and it's very tied to this being the now. There's a book open in front of him here, but you can see the bookmark is facing like the person would be, like you're reading it. If you're looking at the card, like you're reading this book. There's also, you can see him with energy in his hand and a skull held up. That would be pentacles in here. And it looks like, I want to say that's the Virgo symbol on here. Is that Virgo? I'll have to check on that. Let me see. That is Virgo. And there's a glass of, I don't know if it's wine or blood. It probably, I would say it's blood because of this specific deck is the Vampyre Tarot. The Vampyre Tarot. There we go. But it's like his eyes are closed. Like he's thinking about the energy in this situation. And it feels very deliberate. Like you have time to think about this. You don't have to take action right now. We also have the Ten of Scepters. So here she's dealt with a struggle. You can see, I don't know if you can see the scratches on her back, but she's also armed and she's like ready to go. Now there's something interesting in both of these cards. Here, there's actually like a mask in the corner. And again with her, there's a mask in the corner. And both of these are also facing this direction. So he's looking at her back and there's a mask up above, and she's looking towards the Two of Knives. So with this being the Ten of Wands here, the Ten of Scepters, it is speaking to completion of a cycle. So he's sitting here looking at this cycle that's being completed, and he has time to think about the situation, the next steps, what's coming. And she is looking towards the Two of Knives, which is air. And this also actually has the Libra symbol up here. So this could be that that you're dealing with a Libra in this situation. But then we've also had Virgo and Libra pop up in this. So it could be that. And then I see also Sagittarius. So there's a few different kinds of energy that are showing up here, and I'll keep you posted if I see any other. So we actually also have Aries, so there's a lot going on here. But with the Two of Knives, he's not looking in any situation. This actually almost looks like the Justice card. It's a very thoughtful energy, like it's new in the process, but he's very contemplative, and he's like measuring his options, but not biased in any specific direction. We also have the Three of Scepters, and we can see this is where the Aries energy shows up right here on the staff that she's carrying, or the scepter rather. But she has her back turned on the ships that are coming in, and she's again looking, just kind of gazing, but with a soft gaze, which is kind of meditative. And then we have the Ten of Grails. So here she's thoughtful. There's actually, I want to say the Pisces symbol. Let me double check that. Yeah, so there's Pisces showing up here, as well as masculine and the moon. So this is kind of shadow side, but it could also be that you're dealing with a male in this situation. And of course your energy is showing up here, so it seems that you're in your feminine in this situation and most likely dealing with a masculine. But it's like here you have the passion fire side is in its it's like completing the cycle on that side, but then we also have the emotional side is balanced and completing a cycle here. We also have the Hierophant, and we see the wolf there with a blue rose, and it looks like, I'm gonna say this is probably Lilith with an apple. And above the judge's head, there's Taurus. Taurus is showing up there. So usually the Hierophant is like a spiritual aspect of things. So it's like it's like this is pointing towards a spiritual awakening and becoming, in a sense, but it's also speaking of making a decision about something. And with the Nine of Knives here, we're coming close to the close of a third cycle. So it's, and this one This is masculine and Gemini. So there's also this moth here. So I would definitely look into moths and wolves as far as spirit guides. There's actually 3 animals that are showing up here. And I'm going to skip ahead to the end with the Queen of Scepters because you can see that there's a panther in that one as well. Dobby, this is inconvenient, but okay. He just like walked over and curled up in my lap. I'm so cute. With this 9 of Knives energy, that feels like as you make your decision, that's what you will be moving into. And it's not an easy decision. In some sense, it does relate, I think, maybe to your spiritual integrity, to your own personal beliefs. And I'm going to clarify on that because from here, it kind of looks like she's just finished cutting someone out of this situation. But once we move through that, that brings you to the Ace of Skulls, which is the beginning of a new cycle, and it's a new way of abundance. It's in your, it's in Earth. So it's like a new foundation, a new way of approaching your manifestations and things like that. We also have the Queen of Scepters, which is the full feminine embodiment of, Dobby, don't do that, of all the feminine energy in fire. And you can see that she's fully comfortable here, even though there's like a fearsome beast here. She's not bothered by it or concerned by it because she's confident in herself. But I'm going to clarify this 9 of Knives and see what that is, because I really feel like that's cutting something out of the situation. Also, the dress that she's wearing in here reminds me, I want to say it's of, I want to say it's the Empress in here, but I can't remember for sure. All right, so this is bringing up Temperance, and it is Sagittarius. And that is to clarify the 9 of Knives. And it does look like, so in this situation with the 9 of Knives where I was talking about, it looked like she's been cutting someone out. And then look at this, she's like, it's almost like she's sacrificing this. So it's not necessarily someone, but you're cutting something out, and it is a sacrifice. Not in the sense of like I'm giving up something that I truly want, but more of I'm giving something up because I know that ultimately giving this up is in my highest good. So I'm gonna do one more clarification about what way this is in your highest good. I mean, I know that, so as it would relate to the Ace of Skulls here, that would be starting this new cycle, this new way of approaching your own abundance and your ability to manifest. And so I want to clarify that. I want to see how that fits with this new way of being able to manifest. All right, so we've got the Ace of Knives to clarify the Ace of Skulls. As you clear this energy from association with you, and that it could be a person, it could be a way of doing things, it could be a way of thinking, it'll clear space for a new way of thinking. And with that new way of thinking, you get a new way of manifesting. So it's all tied together. I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the pet reading.